Every time a hospital admits a patient or a bank transfers funds across a border, a massive digital infrastructure silently routes the request. Right now, this global system relies entirely on deterministic automation. It follows strict, hard-coded scripts. This visualization tracks Kyndryl's operational footprint. As the world's largest IT infrastructure provider, they manage the backbone of this system, executing nearly 200 million automated tasks every month using 8,000 certified playbooks. It is highly reliable, but because every single action requires a pre-written rule or a human submitting a ticket, its capacity to adapt is zero. Enter artificial intelligence. We now have models that can reason, navigate edge cases, and make dynamic decisions on the fly. But dropping a dynamic AI into a rigid enterprise system creates immediate friction. If you attempt to layer a reasoning agent over an operating model that expects manual human ticketing, the system chokes. The architecture simply isn't built to let software make autonomous choices. The bottleneck is operational readiness. Legacy frameworks lack the controls to govern self-directed actions safely across a network. Without a modern infrastructure layer to manage this behavior, enterprises are keeping their AIs stuck in isolated pilot programs. They cannot release it into mission-critical environments. We are moving past the single-threaded chatbot. The next step is multi-agent autonomous fleets. Look at this network. These specialized AI nodes collaborate in real time. One agent extracts business logic, another writes the code, and a third executes the task across hybrid clouds. To orchestrate this collaboration without causing a total system breakdown, the underlying IT stack requires a specific upgrade. Kyndryl refers to this as Agentic Service Management. This framework bridges the gap. It maps out current data flows through agentic ingestion and provides reference architectures to develop and orchestrate autonomous agents safely. This is an entirely new operating manual. It provides the exact structure required to keep AI-led infrastructure from collapsing under its own weight. When you let agents loose in high-stakes environments, the risks compound quickly. Unauthorized shadow AI or unpredictable decisions can trigger severe regulatory failures. Kyndryl launched Agentic AI Digital Trust as a control center for total fleet visibility. Before executing commands, the system validates identity via a zero-trust architecture, ensuring agents hold only required permissions. But identity requires behavioral guardrails, achieved through policy as code. Organizations translate their strict compliance rules and operational limits directly into machine-readable policies. The agents are mathematically bound by these exact parameters. This creates deterministic execution. The agent can reason and problem-solve independently, while the threat of a hallucination causing actual harm is completely neutralized. We can see this governed autonomy operating securely today in zero-tolerance sectors like global finance and healthcare. In hospitals, agentic AI is already running ambient clinical workflows and performing advanced clinical genomic analysis. By taking over the data routing, it actively reduces provider burnout. The same structure applies globally. Major airlines are deploying agents to self-heal complex supply chains, while banks spin up fleets of virtual relationship managers to personalize client accounts. When you establish absolute trust and governance, AI can safely take over the day-to-day operation of the essential services people rely on. This structural upgrade to enterprise IT carries massive macroeconomic implications. This chart illustrates a massive shift. By the end of the decade, autonomous AI agents will intermediate over $15 trillion in global B2B spending. While language models capture headlines, real capital flows downward. Economic power belongs to infrastructure providers, hosting and governing these transactions. The world's infrastructure is being handed over to agents. Are you positioned for the handover?